The king has returned, and he is mucking around all day long. What up, big kids? Here's my big review of Kong Skull Island. This is a non-spoiler review. Now, we haven't had a King Kong movie since 2005's King Kong, directed by Peter Jackson. And I was like, I liked that movie, but I didn't love that movie. I loved a lot of the parts with King Kong. I love the cast, but man, did that movie take forever. Can Peter Jackson ever make a movie that's like under 3 hours? I swear. Anyways, so this is a new rebooted King Kong movie. This actually takes place in the Godzilla universe that we have in the Godzilla 2014 movie, which is awesome. I'll get more into that later. Now, this movie takes place in the 1970s, actually 1973, so it actually takes place the same time as X-Men Days of Future Past, which I thought was cool. I always think of that 1973. So this is like during the Vietnam War, all that stuff that's going on. But there is a little prologue in the beginning with John C. Reilly's character, who was in World War II and gets stranded on the island. But a lot of the characters like John Goodman and Corey Hawkins, who lived in Dr. Dre and Straight Outta Compton and in The Walking Dead, they get a military mission to go investigate Kong Skull Island. And yeah, a lot of things pursue. They get Tom Hiddleston's character, who is a tracker, who's from the British Army, and they get a photographer played by Brie Larson, and then like the whole military crew that's assembled by Samuel Jackson. By the way, I noticed that a lot of Marvel Studio actors in there, from Samuel Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, who's gonna be Captain Marvel, and John C. Reilly, who's in Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, and also we have Dr. Doom in there, Toby Kebbell, who's the right-hand man to Samuel Jackson. Now, what I like about this movie, besides the cast are all great. They all do a great job. John C. Reilly's the standout here. He brings a lot of humor and really like over-the-topness to this movie, which, if you really think about a lot of these monster movies, you can't take them quite seriously because they're freaking kaiju movies and you just gotta have fun with it. And especially with King Kong. Not saying that these movies can't be taken seriously, but, you know, just have some fun with it, and I'm glad that they do. Though it's really cool that this movie has a very Vietnam War, especially Apocalypse Now feel to it. It's very shot a lot of ways. There's a great shot with King Kong and the helicopters that's just straight out of Apocalypse Now. It's so cool. But yeah, straight out of the gate, this movie has action, whereas the Godzilla 2014 movie took a while to see. Godzilla, you straight up see King Kong, and every time he's on screen, he delivers a lot of great action. The CGI on him is spectacular. He looks awesome. And even, I thought this movie was going to be like, oh, we'll have some great King Kong moments, and then the rest of the part with the humans would be like, just get to King Kong. But I actually really like the cast. Like I said, John C. Reilly is awesome. Brie Larson is great. Tom Hiddleston. I wouldn't say that they're amazing and they are better than King Kong himself. But they do have all some great character moments. Samuel Jackson is like his great badass self, as we love him. Some of the characters like Toby Kebbell character and even John Goodman, who I love, they're a little underutilized, but when you see the movie you'll see what I mean. But you know, considering this is a monster movie, don't expect everyone to make it out, but that's kind of a given going into this movie. But yeah, the King Kong and Kaiju fights, or the Mutu fights, because if you know the Godzilla movie, that's what they're called, are really spectacular. They really deliver. I think whereas everyone, you know, when you see the original King Kong or even the remakes from the 70s and the 2005 one, this definitely has a lot more action than those movies. And definitely ones that make more sense. The story, it's not just King Kong climbing the Empire State Building, which I know a lot of people love. It's an iconic thing, but it's really cool to see King Kong in a more action-packed role, and I can't wait to see where they take this franchise, especially since it's in the same universe as Godzilla. I will say that there is an after-credit scene, and it definitely sets up something, a sequel that we will love to see, and I hope this movie makes enough so we can see this. So, with that said, I give King Kong a 4 out of 5. It definitely was a very entertaining movie. There was a great mix of humor, even some heartfelt moments, especially at the end with John C. Reilly's character. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It was way better than I thought it was. I enjoyed it more than the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. And if you're a fan of monster movies, King Kong, you'll definitely enjoy it, especially if you love action-packed monster movies. So definitely see this movie. I saw it in 3D. The 3D is okay, but definitely see this on the big screen. And for more, check out my website, SeanLikesLong.com. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I'm Sean Long. Remember, live long and live life. King Kong ain't got on me. Then I saw this movie, so yeah. He threw it on me. I'm all covered in his... You five are the Power Rangers. Now, say my name. Zordon! You're goddamn right.